powerful, they're not very effective. From here we moved into spears. Now you can have thrusting spears or throwing spears. These are javelins you can see here, and we can project force at a distance. With this we can kill things far away from us, if we're good. There's sticks, so we can chuck sticks at things, which is about as effective as chucking a rock, which is not very effective at all.
There was no talk.
So, after the spear developed the first real weapon system, which is the addle, which you can see here. Things that dart a long way more accurately than a spear. These are used all over the world, or were used all over the world. Locally, they were known as the woomera by the Aboriginals. And you can see they're a lot better than the throwing spear.
Let us not forget the most important.
So, from here we move into bow and arrows. These are a lot more effective than a spear, and they still exist today. They're used all over the world. You've been used by all people everywhere. And you can see they're a lot more accurate, faster, smaller, easier to carry, and much better at killing people and animals.
If we were looking for a suitable king or queen, then no. For I am the strongest, 'twas I who arm wrestled the many armed troll. I am the smartest, 'twas I who ran the riddle of the Sphinx. And I am the bravest, 'twas I who definitely did not.
Alright, so this is good if we want to kill one or two things at a distance. But if we want to knock down a house or a castle, or throw some plague cows into someone's fort, we can use something like the onager. And this is a small version. These would be very large, flinging big rocks. But you can see the operation here, pretending our hay bales is a little tiny castle. Easy to use. It uses the tension of a twisted rope on the base to fling the arm forward and hurl the rock at the castle. So is it good? Better than that, you can see at the back here we have the trebuchet. The trebuchet is a long arm with a heavy weight on the end. When you release the arm, it flings the rock forward with the sling on the back end of the arm. These were very big. You could have these up to about 3 stories tall, hurling very heavy weights, and they would take down a castle fairly quickly.
What did you have anybody here like that?
Well, perhaps we should go into the crowd and see if any of the little lords or ladies.
Of course, as you can see, this is not very accurate or powerful, and is a fairly primitive technology compared to what we move to next. This is still using gravity and timber and basic technologies to do the job. From here we move on to the chemical-powered weapons, such as the firearms. Here we have the flintlock musket. Now, this uses a flint striker on a steel plate to ignite black powder in the back end of the musket. They're quite good. So with this, you have a very effective system at killing people or animals, using the chemical energy of the black powder to hurl the projectile. We're not hurling projectiles with this today. These are firing blanks.
No scorching sun, no freezing cold will stop me on my way.
They don't always work perfectly.
If you will promise me your heart,
Well, that's not working. Let's try something better, shall we?
The God's watch over you. This square is filled with any man who runs from here is a nippy.
Okay, so this next one is a percussion cap musket. This bypasses the flint. Hey, there it goes. So this uses a better system for igniting the powder and is more reliable. and generally a much more fun weapon.
I'll never get that chance in my life again.
Doesn't seem too dangerous, does it? If you're up the other end of that field and he missed you with the first one, do you reckon he'd have a chance?
Should we start our challenge?
All of these challenges are too simple.
And of course the classic cowboy weapon, the 6-shooter. This uses the same technology. So this is a percussion cap to set off the charge, as long as you put the percussion cap in.
We have 4 challenges here today who wish to see themselves worthy of glory.
Okay, challengers, can you come over here into the center? Okay, my lords and ladies, we present to you our challengers for the throne.
Here we go.
And our first challenge is the challenge of...
Now imagine 10 of those going off at each other in a pub. Cowboys were hardcore. So moving back a little bit in time, but forward a little bit in entertainment, here's our cannon. This one's going to be loud, folks.
What is your favorite color? Pink.
So the cannon's using the same technology as the muskets, in that we put the black powder down the barrel, we put the projectile in, and then light the charge from the rear.
Toast!
We do that with the...
Breakfast. Okay, let's move on to our next challenger.
Linstock is the name
Are
of
you
it.
ready? Your first question. What is your name?
Alright,
Ariane.
just a better chance. So we got the white.
What is your favorite
And what's your
color?
Corey?
Green.
Everyone ready?
And what?
This is gonna be.
Now that's a bit better.
And our first challenge. In the challenge.
So this is all good. We've got our projectiles. Some of them are more effective, some of them are less effective. But all through history, people have used these things to shoot at each other. Now,
Red, another person wearing his favorite.
if you ask me, this is all a bit lackluster. You know, I'm not very impressed. I myself am a fan of the knight. I think that the armoured knight is the pinnacle of warfare. As you saw before, get him on a horse, charge with a lance, get on the ground, chop someone up with a sword. It's way better than any of these throwing rocks at people or firing off big flashy cannons that, you know, they might hit something, they might not hit something. So we'll let them have a bit of a go.
Is your favorite?
But then, I think we should see how they do against the real knight.
Pastel move.
And finally,
Anyone want to get out there? Let them shoot at you? See how good they are?
My smartness. You're right. Questions of a higher caliber.
very well then, Sir Doctor, whose favorite color is. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck would chuck wood?
Hang on. Carry. 3. Oh, what, 5?
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. It is actually, study, to be £700 per turn.
Do you want another shot from the cannon?
Of strength. Are you guys all strong? As the strongest member of this party.
Alright.
The not so lovely Derek or his merry band who hopefully show him what we're made of. So ladies and gentlemen, I'll get you to cheer in 3, 2, 1, go!
Huzzah for the children!
And finally, ladies and gentlemen, a challenge to our bravery. Now, dear princess, can you bring out the beast? I thought you were going to bring the beast.
I'm a princess with you, don't bring beasts. So neither of you bring beasts. We don't have a beast.
I do, however, have a beast costume that live home without it, I see. So, all we need is one of these lords to be.
It seems like Derek's advancing, so we're gonna bring out the biggie guns!
So, here
Traveler's Shade? Oh, we've got a misfire!
How are you? Could I possibly ask so much of you as to borrow your pet monkey to be our beast? Come on in.
And we've done it! 3 cheers, guys!
We have, as intelligent monkeys, is sticks. So we can chuck sticks at things, which is about as effective as chucking a rock, which is not very effective at all. But it's simple to use, and we've been using it for a long, long time. So when a stick isn't good enough, we use 2 sticks. This is called an addle-addle. Locally, the Aboriginal people call it a woomera. It's a stick, and it flings another stick a lot further than you can fling a stick by itself. And so this is a little arrow. You can see there's flights on the back of the spear, and they're a lot more accurate and go a lot further than a spear. So they're really good for hunting animals, things like that. But these still aren't very good. They're slow, and they're not very accurate. So about 20,000 years ago, we invented the bow and arrow. Now the bow stores energy in the limbs, but we pull the string back, and then the limbs snap forward, shoot the arrow out at the target. These were used quite effectively in warfare through the ages as a massed group of archers. So you can dodge an arrow, but it's hard to dodge 15 arrows. So you can see the arrows go a lot faster, they're a lot more accurate. We've got a lot more stick in that hay bale than we did of the sticks or the rocks. So this is good. The bow and arrow works really well, and we've been using it for a long time, even up to the present day, because it's a very good weapon. So, if we want to kill more than one thing, we move on to siege weapons. Now these are crewman machines. Here we have a mini version of an onager. An onager is a classic sort of catapult. Once again, it stores energy in a twisted rope in the base of the catapult, and it flings a big rock. A normal one, or a full-size one, would be about the size of a house. This is just a mini one. Here we have a mini-sized trebuchet. A trebuchet is very large. You can fling something the size of a Volkswagen Beetle out of a trebuchet, a full-size one. So the energy in this is gravitational. It's stored through heavy weight in the basket, and when the weight drops, the arm swings and flings the stone out at the target. There it goes. Now imagine that as a car flying across the field. This takes a lot of people to use, takes a lot of engineering, a lot of different parts working together, and if everything isn't working perfectly, the whole thing fails.
Look at this big brute. Hear him roar his terrible roar. See him gnash his terrible teeth.
Couldn't hit the side of a barn though.
Gnash your terrible teeth.
So, all of these projectiles use energy to fling an object at the target. So we've gone through the stored energy in the rope and the timber and the weight. Next we move on to chemical energy, and this is where things start to get interesting. So here we have an early rifle. This is a flintlock musket, which means there's black powder in the back end, a ball in the front, and the flint strikes a steel plate in the back, ignites the powder. So this is a simple and effective way to project force at a distance. You can shoot an animal or a man using this gun. Reloads fairly quickly and simply. And pretty much anyone can pick one up and use it. You don't need years and years of training, you don't need a big crew to run it. You can just pick up your rifle, shoot someone. There we go, so from here, we kept looking for more efficient ways to shoot people, and we came up with the percussion cap rifled musket. Just has rifling in the barrel, the projectile shoots further and more accurately. And it's simpler to fire. The percussion cap in the back end is more reliable and simpler to use. So your soldier can be less trained and stupider than ever before. Once again, these are loaded in the front. Black powder, projectile, stamp it all down, and you ignite the powder from the rear. So, say we walk into an old, what do you call it, like a tavern, old school bar, and there's 5 people you want to kill. Musket's no good. What do you do? This is using the same technology in a more compact form. 5 shots in the pistol, you can kill 5 guys in the room, no trouble at all. Stepping back a little in history to our cannon. This is a large artillery weapon using the same technology again, black powder, projectile in the front, and we load it from the rear, and the chemical energy projects the ball at the enemy. So with this we can fire a single ball, grape shot, which is a bunch of pellets, balls on a chain, so they spin, work like a mix master on the bad guys.
These young queens in the wave of cleanliness, of bravery, smartness, and breaking.
When our young queens smarter.
So this is a whole crew of people, and they got to know what they're doing, work together, and they can shoot lots of things a long way away. But I don't know about you, but
Very much, my lord.
I'm really impressed by the jousting, and they're making a lot of loud noises, they're flinging things around, but really, what are they going to do? Not much. I think the armoured knight really is the pinnacle of warfare through history, and I'd like to test that today. I'd like to prove that me, the armoured knight, is far more superior than all of these people and their sticks and their rocks and their loud banging things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let them try and kill me. How do you think about that?
got his shield. And he's got to walk towards all the projectile weapons. And it looks like he has some friends. So the catapult's not too much. Spears aren't doing much. So we're going to get some archers up. I reckon the archers should fire all at once. So, everyone aiming at Derek. Knock. Draw. Loose. It's just bouncing off his armour. This is terrible. 2 more shots, archers. Nope, those guys are way too heavily armoured for these arrows, so I think it's time we brought in the musket. And now we're throwing lettuce. Okay, archers, get that. Never mind. Nice shot. Steal their boots.
Alright, I'm willing to concede that now. Thanks for coming.